Hello guys, once again welcome to Farming in Africa, and today we are excited because we have been taking you guys through the journey of alfalfa. Ever since we brought alfalfa into Ghana, we've been testing various varieties to see which one is going to work in West Africa, and we finally sort of cracked it, right? So we've been monitoring it, and we've shared the journey with you guys when we planted it, when it was growing, when we were clearing the weed, and finally we believe that it is at a stage where we need to harvest, and therefore we're going to harvest our alfalfa today, and we're going to take you through all the process that we're going through: cutting it, drying it, baling it as hay, and how we even feed it. Because don't forget, alfalfa is very rich in protein, and if you don't feed the right amount to your livestock, it can cause some serious issues as well. And therefore this video, I feel, is worth you sticking around and learning all the process and how we are feeding alfalfa to our livestock. So let's go take a look at how they are cutting it, then we'll come back to drying it, and then we'll be keeping you guys updated. Good, we have sunshine, so that means that we definitely are going to be able to dry this alfalfa within the next day or two before baling it as well. So in case you don't know, please do more research on alfalfa. There is so much that I can tell you, but alfalfa is not also a very unique grass just to me. Alfalfa is a very popular grass, and it is everywhere. Everywhere that serious livestock farming is being done, alfalfa is there. And in the US, that's where I first of all came across alfalfa. I know South Africans are also into alfalfa a lot, but the issue is it doesn't grow everywhere, and therefore it's very important for you to get the right variety for your location. So this alfalfa was basically an experimental one, so we're really not going mechanical on it, trying to use machines and stuff. We're basically cutting it. So we are cutting it at about 2-inch tall and leaving the 2-inch to actually grow. So that is basically what he's doing. So this is taking some time, but I think the most important and the purpose for this experiment was to test if this will grow well here, right? And now that it's grown, of course we need to harvest it, but now we can actually go large scale and be able to use it for mechanized. The biggest issue with alfalfa that we have discovered is actually the controlling weed, right? So alfalfa is also like a plant, so you can use a lot of the weedicides that we have in killing just the weeds without killing the alfalfa. And depending on how you planted the spacing, it makes it also very difficult to weed with a cutlass, right? So if you're gonna plant this grass, make sure that you're leaving enough space, or you have people that can always come and pick the leaf and let it grow. One important thing that I've also realized this year, if you bear with me and you're in Ghana, it has really rained a lot. And that I've also realized that alfalfa doesn't like a lot of rain. So we have a few that we've left that we're also going to plant in the dry season, and then just do, artificial watering, basically do some few irrigation and pumping water on it, from time to time to also test it out. This has done very well, but a few places where it sloped and water was stuck, you see that the leaves start getting very brown, right? Let me take you guys back to where we are drying, but as you can see, right next to alfalfa is also brachiaria grass, and I can't just stop talking about brachiaria grass, guys. Look at this, like all this is leaf, right? In most of the grasses, some people have asked me, why are you not using Chloros, Diana, why are you not using elephant grass? You don't get enough green or leaf from any of the grass like you get from brachiaria grass. If you look at this, when I cut this, all this will be eaten. But when I cut Chloros, Diana, or elephant grass, I get more the sticks. And the goats and the livestock don't like the stick. What they like is this, right? And that's why I always love brachiaria grass, and this is just randomly. But yeah, let's go, let me show you what we are doing. So we're actually trying to dry it at the warehouse where Godfred is actually taking care of it, right? Yeah, so that's where we are doing that. Hi there. I hope this video has been educative and fun for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching this video. But I have a quick question for you. If today is your first time, welcome to the Semenshia family. But if this is your second, third, or fourth video, my question is, why haven't you joined our family? Please go ahead and hit the subscription button, and don't forget to also like this video so that we can grow this family that is on a journey to change the narrative of farming in Africa. All right, so this alfalfa, of course, we're giving it a lot of attention because it's the first one and we want to make sure we're getting things right. So basically what we've done is put this black polythene bag down and we are putting everything on it. What Godfred is doing is basically picking out the weed that was mixed with it, because not all the weeds will be eaten by the livestock. So we just want to make sure that we pick all the weeds that we should have weeded before harvesting from it, so that we have a very, very neat and clean just alfalfa plant to be able to dry and bale it. We are also going to be feeding some of it fresh to them, but I think, you know, once dried, has more nutrient. You can save it for a longer time and maybe just feed it to our newborn mothers and babies as well. So that's what we are planning to do. So the next stage of the alfalfa process is for you to dry it the moment you harvest it. So basically what you want is to expose it to sunlight. So in our case, we're going to spread it over here. You know, take out the weed if you have a few weeds in, because you don't know what is missed and you don't want to, you know, poison your goat, cow, whatever livestock that you're giving to them. So basically we dry it for about 1 to 2 days, depending on which area that you are and the condition, because if it's rainy season, you might have to dry it for about 3 days or 4 days. But if there is no rainy season, then in our case, we do it about 1 or 2 days. Once it's dry, you will fill it, or you can use whatever device that you have to test the water or moisture content in it. But in my case, I touch it and I fill it. And if it's dry, then the next thing I have to do is to take it and bale it. We do have the baler, which you guys have seen that I used to bale all the brachiaria grass. This alfalfa is small, and in the beginning, before I even got this machine, the way I used to bale it is actually create a box, basically. And the way I would do it is I'll put, you know, maybe 2 strings of lines across it, right? So I'll put the first one first, and then I'll put the second one, and then I'll put one across all the 2 from my left to right, right? And once that is done, I will then pour whatever I'm baling, whether it's being alfalfa or brachiaria, into it. So as you guys can see, we just pour it into it and basically step on it, try to compress it so that it's tight. Once it's fully compressed and you can't put any more in it, then what you want to do is basically tie the rope. You tie the first one, tie the second one, and then go ahead and tie the main string as well, as going from left to right. Once you've tied it very strongly, try and pull it from the box. It's going to be a bit difficult, but if it's well compressed, that is a good sign. Once you pull it from the box, you have a compressed, tight bale that you can store for the next 2 to 3 years, right? That is how I used to do it when I didn't have the baler machine. I know most of you have been talking to me about wanting some, but this baler machine is costing about $5,000, right? So it's very expensive, and I wouldn't even advise, if you're just beginning, to buy it. Try with this wooden box for a while, and when you're doing 50, 60 bales, you know, a day or a week, then you can now decide, is it time for me to invest into this machine? I did it for about a year or 2 before I actually bought the machine. You can build this, and now our alfalfa is ready to be kept. And what we are going to do is just feed it to the pregnant and delivered moms who are at the farm here. We don't have enough. This was a test that we ran. It has been successful, but now we are going to also plant it on a bigger size of land. I hope this process has been helpful. I know I've been sharing from planting, how it was doing in the middle of it, harvesting, now drying and baling as well. If you guys have any comment or any information, please write in the comment section below and I'll be happy to answer you. I'll see you in the next video.